nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
We're 3 weeks away from Ahsoka, and in typical Star Wars fashion, things are getting super quiet. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe, and of course with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey, Doug, how are you doing this week?
Doing pretty good. Joe, how you doing?
Doing all right, doing all right. 2 weeks in a row, we're going to have a show?
Yeah, I know. Yes, things are a little different. Yeah, new hardware and you know, things are giving me fits a little bit. But, you know, that's typical for computers, but, you know.
Well, I'm doing the same thing. You know, I got my studio room here all torn up. So all my stuff's out of position and sounding weird. But hey.
Yeah.
We'll make do.
We will make do. Yes.
We're actually doing 2 shows in a row. So
yeah, this is
things are looking up.
Yeah.
Might be some stability in our future.
Right.
Wouldn't hold my breath, but well, at least not for 3 weeks. I can guarantee in 3 weeks we will be consistent.
Right.
But then there will actually be stuff to talk about.
That's for sure.
So, but like I said, in typical fashion, here we are. They just go dark, man.
Yeah, it's dark. I mean, there's little things that, you know, pop up, but nothing really of any substance. It's, you know, but we can dig.
We're really like 1 or 2 weeks away from like, this leak, that leak.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Totally.
So, which I guess that'll be kind of fun.
Oh,
see how much of it's bullshit.
Right.
But I mean, we already got one of those this week, right?
Yes, we have.
So I guess we'll start there.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
That worked out. So it was, correct me if I'm wrong here, it's Amazon, right?
Yeah. So it was, I'm getting this off of the direct, but it was Amazon listed merchandise for the Ahsoka series on Disney Plus that seemingly spoiled Anakin Skywalker's inclusion in the new Star Wars series. So, a listing for Ahsoka branded shirt featuring Mary Elizabeth Winstead's Hera Syndulla, including a listing for apparel featuring other characters from Ahsoka, which had Anakin Skywalker's name in the group. Right. So, yes, this is the actual post from the merchandise posting on Amazon. It says, "Stop looking for fashion help in Alderaan places." Get it?
Oh no, they're going to Alderaan.
Exactly. Add a little out of this world style to your wardrobe with some truly epic, officially licensed Star Wars graphic t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies. Transport yourself to a galaxy far, far away with cool new apparel featuring Ahsoka Tano, Sabine Wren, Anakin Skywalker, Mon Mothma, and your favorite Star Wars Ahsoka characters. So,
oh wait a second. All right, let's backpedal here.
What?
That is not a leak. It listed all those names.
Right.
And then said, and your favorite Ahsoka characters.
And all of your favorite Ahsoka characters.
Okay, my bad. I left the word out. But that still doesn't change the context that I'm trying to throw out there.
Is that...
I don't think they're saying Anakin's in Ahsoka at all.
Well, this is the way everyone's taking it.
Other favorite Ahsoka characters.
No, but it listed a bunch of like Ahsoka characters and
weird.
Yeah.
There were also Rebels characters.
Right. Right, true.
and guess what? A lot of them were Clone Wars characters too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Too funny. I don't know. This is, but you know, this is where we're at, right? I mean, this is The only thing that I thought that this triggered my memory of the soundtrack for episode 1, right? It was like,
I mean, it's not like it's definitely not Qui-Gon's noble end.
It's not, but
that's a spoiler.
That was totally a spoiler. Well, okay, so that's what everyone keeps calling this, is like, oh, it's a spoiler. Anakin's going to be in it. It's like, did you ever have any doubt that Anakin was going to be in this show? Personally, it's like, come on, Anakin's going to be in the show,
right?
So let's get real here. I don't know.
I mean, the flashback thing's already been established. I'm sure they didn't get Hayden back for the 20 minutes that he did in Obi-Wan.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure Anakin's in this show. I think this ad being like a spoiler and confirmation is like a super big stretch.
Yeah. Yeah. What's not a stretch is Anakin being in the show. I mean, I think we're just grasping for something, right? We're all waiting with bated breath for the show to air, and we're looking for any little thing that we can, cling to.
Do they have like any images of the merchandise or anything?
If you clicked on the Amazon link, you could see the t-shirts and stuff. But
is the Anakin one Sky Guy and Snips?
The whole Anakin one was missing now.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I know. So,
all right, so let's talk about that though. Anakin's involvement in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Flashback? Force Ghost?
Well, that's the big debate now, right? So, is it? It could be a flashback of Anakin or Vader, right? That's what, okay, Anakin's walking around as Vader now. Okay, we got that. It's good. But so either way there, flashback, right?
Right.
And then Force Ghost, maybe? I guess. I don't know, because this is going to be post-Jedi, right? So, he was there on Endor.
Do Force Ghosts age?
Oh, yeah, they get younger when they get rid of Sebastian Shaw.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Bye, Sebastian Shaw. Hello, Hayden Christensen.
Right. So, that being said, how do they make Hayden look like episode 3 Hayden?
Oh, he doesn't look that far off from it. I mean, for his age, he looks really good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Look,
I give him that.
The close-ups and stuff that they did in Obi-Wan Kenobi, that was
they were okay.
a little less forgiving than I think a Force Ghost image would be.
Blue is like the slimming of de-aging.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, slimming, wrinkle reducer, does all the good stuff.
I think it's flashback. Like, that's that. I don't think it goes much further than that.
Right.
I don't see Anakin roaming around as a Force Ghost.
Right.
And then, like, what's Anakin Force Ghost got to say to Ahsoka?
That could be interesting. now that you say it like that, I mean,
does he just come over and say, "Hey, you know that time I was going to kill you?"
Right. Exactly.
Where did you go?
Yeah.
You
blinked out of existence. Yeah.
Like, I saw a disembodied hand grab you and you were gone.
Right.
What the hell?
That's a Force trick you should have shown me. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe that's how they're gonna throw the whole world between world things in here. She, oh, let me show you.
Yeah, exactly.
And she
Oh God.
takes him on a tour of the world between worlds. Like, you remember that time you were kind of here
So
when you were talking to the father and the son and the daughter?
right. So that is another thought that people are having though. As we see images of Ahsoka with all those like runic letters behind her and stuff, right? So in a place that looks an awful lot like the world between worlds. Some people are speculating we might get like a.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
let's go this route.
Uh-huh.
Does Anakin's connection to Mortis and the father, the son, the daughter, particularly his connection to the father and the son,
Right.
does that affect his Force Ghost somehow? Does he have a tie to Mortis and the world between worlds by default because of what he did there?
It's a good possibility.
Like his ability to dominate and control the son and the daughter.
Maybe. I mean, if there's anybody who's going to say, hey, I did this thing way back when, we can go back and use this for this now, that's Dave Filoni.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, seeing those images and stuff like that, I am very, very hesitant to be excited about the whole world between worlds thing being still there. You know what I'm saying?
You're
like
hesitant?
it not just being like, okay, it was used, it's gone, that gateway's closed.
Right.
The idea of revisiting it, reopening it. I don't know how I feel about that.
So you don't know how, that's what I was getting ready to ask. You're not sure how you feel about it. What do you think the odds are that we actually see it?
Judging by that trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else that could be.
Right. Yeah, I think it's pretty good too. The odds are pretty good. I just hope that they don't turn this into because these words were used in something I saw earlier.
Oh, don't say retcon.
Nope.
Okay, good. I hate those words.
But alternate universe Anakin. And it was like, no, stop it. No. Things went down the way they went down.
Oh, they're bringing him back.
Oh.
They're going to go back to Anakin before he fell to the dark side, and they're going to yank him out and say, look, stop. I've been to the future.
Right.
I know what you're going to do.
Yes. Or, is Ahsoka trying to access Anakin through the world between worlds, the source of all of his nightmares?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a little more interesting, isn't it?
So it wasn't Palpatine at all.
Right.
No, I don't like that, because then it's Ahsoka's fault.
Yeah, but, we all make mistakes. I don't know.
This is kind of like that thing, though. If you could go back in time, right?
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and do anything, what do you do? Like, do you go back and kill Hitler?
Right.
Like, this is that. Like, this is what I don't like about this idea.
Exactly.
Like, I kind of wonder, is like Ahsoka thinking about going back and killing Anakin?
And if this is the case, what choice does she make? Because she's going to be facing, she might set out to actually do this thing, who knows? But or maybe she's still searching for Ezra, right? Maybe trying to use the world between worlds, and then passes by a gateway.
Oh yeah, hey, this worked for Ezra to get me.
Huh?
Maybe I can use this to go get Ezra.
Right. Right. Well,
why didn't he hitch a ride back with Thrawn?
I don't, who knows? I mean, we got to watch the show, Joe. We got to find out.
I'll tell you what, though. What would be interesting for this whole World Between Worlds thing is if Thrawn figures out how to use it.
Oh. Yeah, but I got a feeling this is a real Jedi thing. Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Force thing.
For sure.
But if anybody can decipher the artwork,
right,
and figure out how to get in there without the Force, it's probably Thrawn.
See, maybe Ezra is with Thrawn, just held captive. Thrawn does see value in having Force users around sometimes.
Yeah, I just... I'll say this. With the new canon, all right?
Yeah.
And this calling Thrawn heir to the Empire.
Right.
With this new canon, and Thrawn's goal in this part of the galaxy, I don't see how he goes back to the Empire and how the Empire serves his needs and his reason why he's here.
Right. I see your point.
Like, the whole Thrawn series is him here looking for allies to save his people. I don't understand how that diversion continues with the Emperor gone. Like, I could understand him, obtaining some level of loyalty to Vader and Palpatine.
Right.
But with them gone, what does it serve him to stick around?
Resources?
And how real is this threat in your area if you can just come back and start screwing around again?
Exactly. And how long is it going on for? I mean,
or did Ezra already help him figure that out while they were gone?
That's possible.
And now they're back to being enemies again.
I can see that.
Yeah, now that I said it out loud, I could see that too.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like, okay, we're here. Game off.
Right.
All right, that's done. Game on.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Yep. That would totally fall into the strategic use of people around him that Thrawn
allies
employs.
Of circumstance, like
yes,
or of necessity.
Right.
Huh. Curious. Well, it's definitely doing the right thing. It's got us all kinds of confused. So,
right. Hey, a lot of different interesting takes on how Anakin can play in this too. I mean, we do have that's interesting too, because Thrawn knows about Anakin as Vader, yeah.
Yes.
So I wonder how that would play into things if Anakin shows up quote unquote shows up in this show somehow.
He knows, but he doesn't know.
Okay.
You follow?
I think so.
Like, he never flat out says, "You're so and so."
Oh, right.
And then, like, when he like kind of hints at it, like Anakin Skywalker's dead. You know, that whole thing.
Right.
And it's kind of like, yeah, sure he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Anakin Skywalker's dead. Whatever you say, buddy. You know, that kind of thing. You know.
Yep.
So. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Yes.
3 more weeks. All right, The Acolyte.
Yes.
The Acolyte. Star Wars without the war.
That is pretty much the title of this article in Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah, it's not good advertising.
It's a Star Wars show with no war in it, right? This is something we were gonna touch on last week. We just didn't get to it necessarily, but
it needs to be touched on.
Right? Yes, especially
Star Wars without the war
this week.
So it's a star.
So, let's see. This is okay. Leslie Headland, right? Who's showrunner, right? So we're looking at a time period where there is peace throughout the galaxy. It was very challenging and interesting to make a Star Wars with no war in it. So the question became, well, what should the show be about if it's not going to be about galactic conflict? And it's like, okay.
Question.
Yeah.
What's The Acolyte about?
You asking me?
Yes.
As I understand it, it's about Sith in hiding.
A Sith in hiding. What is a Sith's goal?
Power.
Yeah, but
create chaos. War.
No.
What? Where are you?
What was the
at?
ultimate goal of the Sith?
Oh, live forever.
No.
Well, okay, where are you heading with this, Joe?
It was to destroy the Jedi
Okay.
and the Republic and rule the galaxy. This is an eternal conflict thing.
Yes.
So how the hell is it Star Wars without the war?
Right.
If the goal of the person or persons involved is to eventually destroy an entire, for lack of a better term, army, right?
Right.
What would you call that? Would you call that peace and no conflict? I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
Well, I can tell you, there's some contradiction in this because, not to jump away from this too fast, but there's another story this week headlined, the upcoming Disney Plus series, The Acolyte, will feature a lack of blasters, okay? But, it's okay. This was Daphne Keane, who's in the show, right? Says, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm just going to say it. There's a lack of guns, which personally, as someone who loves fighting and stunts and stuff, I love, because it gives you that body-to-body choreography, that dance feeling. It actually looks like a real fight. As opposed,
whoa!
Right?
Whoa!
Exactly. That's
there can't be fights.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a time of peace. God damn it!
This is the contradiction I'm talking about. Yes, actually looks like a real fight as opposed to just I point and I shoot. which is kind of an easy cop out in a way. We get a lot of that body to body. So I guess what they're saying is that this is going to be, how do I say it, scaled down. Okay. It's not a quote unquote galactic conflict. You know, maybe this is going to be a scaled down, more of a 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 or something like that sort of thing.
Who they fight?
I have no idea, man. I don't know. I mean, and it's that lack of knowledge that, you know.
There's only one way to do this, and stay true to that.
Okay.
You're going to watch an entire season of The Acolyte just to watch The Acolyte challenge their master.
Let's hope.
Be kick ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, they should probably really think about how they're gonna advertise this, though. Maybe not continue on with the like, hey, imagine Star Wars, but without all the cool shit.
Right. No blasters.
Yep,
no galactic space battles.
They're not gonna fight.
Exactly.
They're not gonna fight at all.
Except for the hand-to-hand stuff, right? Some lightsabers, some hand-to-hand combat.
But they're not even allowed to say that, so it might not even be real.
Right.
Because it's really more like dancing.
Yes, it's like dancing.
So imagine Star Wars, but dancing.
It's called the holiday special.
How'd that go over?
Exactly.
They didn't have fighting in that. And blasters.
Right.
So apparently the holiday special was cooler than the Acolyte.
Wow. Let's not go there.
We're not there yet, but like I just like I said, I gotta question this marketing strategy here.
I agree. I think the marketing strategy is a little lackluster because you say Star Wars, but no war.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of lose me a little bit right off the bat, you know? Tell me something cool about what's going on, you know? As opposed to part of what you really like about this franchise, yeah, it won't be in there, you know?
This is kicking off a new era of Star Wars content, right? So it's going to be the Acolyte. Kind of a Star Wars story.
Kind of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pretty close. Yeah.
It's a 1 of 1. So just throwing that out there.
Right.
Okay. That's unfair to be overly harsh on something that's not even out.
It is. I mean, you know, of course we are going to check it out. You know,
look, I mean, I get it, right? Like everyone who comes in and directs, writes, whatever,
yes.
Star Wars, they want to throw out there what makes them different from everyone else.
Yes. I'm putting my fingerprint on Star Wars.
Yes. So yeah, imagine Star Wars without the wars part.
Yeah.
It's like, can't.
Exactly.
Because then it's just Star.
Yep.
So, yeah. But I would love a Star Wars story about a Sith apprentice and their training that leads to the challenge of their master.
Yes.
Absolutely love that idea. And if that's where they're going with this, okay, yeah, I guess that would be Star without full-on wars. But the fact that it's a predetermined conflict that's ever waging. Even the apprentice to master conflict is kind of a war.
Right.
Like it's internal, right? Like it has to happen.
Yes. It's always happening.
It's predetermined to happen.
Yes.
Like I just finished visiting the Bane trilogy. And I gotta say, like, talking about this that gets me super pumped at this time. That, like, I'd love to see what we got to read between Zana and Bane.
Right.
Like, that sounds awesome. This teaching everything you know to someone with the understanding that one day they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And take the mantle and carry your legacy forward, and your order is gonna become stronger for it.
Right.
That's a wild story.
It is. It is actually.
It's a wild story, super cool. The way it's laid out is super logical. You know, because they throw it out there like, you know, the Sith, this internal conflict. All the weaker Sith end up banding together and taking out the stronger master, and now the order's weakened.
Right.
That's why we have to go to 2. So that can't happen. So, cool story.
Yeah, totally. Hopefully,
All right.
it's good like that.
Yeah, hopefully. They're not selling it, though. Not selling it.
Right.
All right. Let's go back to this Anakin Skywalker thing.
Okay.
Not really necessarily that thing, but another thing.
The thing.
Dave Filoni.
Yeah. The thing.
You know what? I know you told me when we were prepping things that this was a if we need it.
Right.
I can't let this go.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
So I'll let you read the
Okay. So this goes back to when, you know, we were having issues here on the Wars and More, and like I said, smoking computers and yeah, all that bad stuff. But so it's not a new story, but it's worth bringing up, I think, because, you know, it's become a little bit of a not seesaw, but, you know, everyone's got an opinion on this.
Wait. You mean to tell me that within Star Wars fandom, everyone has an opinion?
Yes. Uh-huh.
When did that happen?
I know. Yeah. Well, this is what they have an opinion about as of a couple weeks ago. Dave Filoni was doing this video, Star Wars, I think it was, I don't know, Lucasfilm anyway, is doing this Journey to Ahsoka special thing. Mm-hmm. And Dave Filoni says that okay, yeah, he made a surprising statement describing the star Ahsoka Tano as the student of the greatest Jedi of all time. Insert gasps. So,
I mean, I could hear him.
Exactly.
I mean, when you said it, I could hear
the
gasp.
I mean,
why would he say that?
Greatest Jedi of all time. And I've seen the tweets. It's like, you know, he killed younglings. How can he be the greatest? Blah, 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 you know. And
all right, well, let me stop you right there.
Hey, you're not stopping me. I understand.
All right. No, I'm talking to a nameless person on the internet.
Right.
Anakin Skywalker didn't kill younglings.
Exactly.
Darth Vader killed younglings.
Yes.
Anakin was dead.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's funny because here's one, a tweet says, isn't that the whole point? Chosen One, midichlorian count, the prophecy, bring balance, and this is the other one I was referring to. This is like the dichotomy of how people are thinking, right? But I think that slaughtering a room full of children would be an automatic disqualifier for that title. So it's like, everyone's got their opinion, but I guess what really matters is the guy making the show said the thing. So that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Well, and you got to think about the guy making the show. And think about the stuff that he holds, the stuff that he holds in regard.
Yes, in high regard.
Yeah. Look, when Anakin kneeled in front of Palpatine and rose as Darth Vader, in all of Star Wars, all the expanded universe, all this stuff, like when a Sith rises from that kneeling position as Darth whatever, their past is dead. It's the way the Jedi feel about it. It's the way the Sith feel about it. They're born again. At that moment, Anakin Skywalker is dead.
So there's one little bit of leeway I would give, okay? And it can be debated. That's fine. But if there is any coming back after that point, right, which we know eventually there was, but you look at it like a vampire, right? Him kneeling before Palpatine, that's him getting bit by a vampire. But he really doesn't turn until he makes his first kill. You could look at the younglings like that. If he wasn't Vader before that, he was when he walked out of the temple.
Right.
So.
I don't buy that.
Well, that's fine. Like I said, it could be debated. But
yeah, I think I'm with you. It can be debated
out there because, everyone has their own opinion on when the turn happened, right? Like you said, when he kneeled before Palpatine, others, when they finally see his yellow eyes, others say it's when he gets the suit. It's
no, it's not the suit.
That I'm just saying what people have said. So, there are opinions. People have debated this. So, and I was just throwing one scenario out there.
Yeah, I get it. But of the Darksiders that tried to come back, yeah, the only way they could truly be redeemed was to die.
Right.
There was no redemption where you were like, oh, you're back in the Order. Welcome back to the Jedi, friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you made some mistakes, but it's forgiven. No, they're dead.
Right.
They had to die to be redeemed. So they died, or reborn as a Sith. They die, reborn as a blue glowy Jedi.
Right.
This is the circle of life.
Yes. So, I don't know. I guess the thing that really matters is that's what Filoni thinks of Anakin Skywalker. And he thinks long and hard about all of this. It's not like he makes any of these decisions on how he's going to approach a character willy-nilly.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Did anybody put forward who they thought was the greatest Jedi? Or did they just disagree
Well,
for the sake of disagreeing because he killed a room full of younglings?
I think when it came to that, I haven't seen a whole lot of this personally. I just heard that it was a smattering of all kinds of different Jedi. So it's like, okay, I mean, you know, clearly you were going to have a lot of people claiming Luke, right? A lot of people claiming Ahsoka, a lot of people claiming other Jedi. You know, people were talking about Jedi from the books and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, come on, you know.
Can you really like pick a Jedi that says, I'm no Jedi? Like,
I know.
So Ahsoka's out. I love Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's probably, if not the one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars.
Right.
Well established. Not the greatest Jedi.
Right.
Not by a long shot. She walked away from the Jedi.
Exactly.
Like she didn't. Yeah, she didn't do it. Like Anakin's, he got attachments. He got seduced. He was tricked. He made mistakes.
Yep.
But ultimately, he was tricked. So I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with Dave, but to try to counter Dave with Ahsoka, look, Ahsoka renounced her position as a Jedi.
Right.
Still continued to do the right thing, and albeit probably more like a Jedi than most Jedi, but left the Jedi.
Right.
So hard to be the best if you're not even in the club.
Yeah. And the only thing that made Luke like the greatest Jedi of his time was he was the only Jedi of his time, pretty much.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you ain't got no competition.
Exactly.
And then the other thing is, I hate to break it to you, but what Disney did is canon.
Yes.
Luke is in the same boat as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He turned his back on the galaxy.
Right. Absolutely.
And say what you will about Anakin Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker's motivations were still what's best for those he cares about, and what's best for the galaxy. He was seduced by that.
Yes. Yes.
Obi-Wan flat out left. Luke flat out left.
Anakin was worried about my new empire, you know.
Right. But what was the thing that preceded that? I've brought peace.
Yes.
Like that was his goal. He wanted peace.
I know.
This was a guy that was corrupted by the fact that he loved and that there was never-ending war in his lifetime.
Right.
Those are the factors he had to deal with. So, I mean, given that, his fall is the most forgiven compared to Obi-Wan and Luke. They just said deuces, like, I'm not going to die for you.
Right. Yeah, I mean, really, I get what you're saying about Luke. You know me, I'm one of the biggest Luke Skywalker fanboy apologists, right?
Right.
But I have to agree, he was ready to end the Jedi. Yeah. Right? I mean, he's going to go burn the tree down. You know, the sacred texts, which, you know, that whole thing was weird. But, yeah. So, certainly disqualifies him, right? Every bit as much as Ahsoka saying, I'm no Jedi. So, yeah.
And honestly, it was like, I mean, I'm going to say something right now that's going to drive Hunter nuts.
Yeah.
Which, this will be fun in 3 weeks when he starts joining us for Ahsoka. So hopefully he hears this. By that criteria, I guess Yoda's up there, right? He never gave up.
Right.
He was waiting for that. He was in that exile, waiting for that Jedi to train the chosen one, like the one that was gonna rebalance the balance that's happening here.
Yeah. Like he knew that Luke and Leia were out there, and
You know what hurt Obi-Wan more than anything was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, Disney really loves just like kind of destroying the Jedi.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm not saying that as like I hated the show. I actually really enjoyed it.
So
and
did
it's
I.
kind of like how you would have expected someone to react, the way Obi-Wan was handling it.
Okay.
And then he answered the call.
Right.
So he did answer the call.
Right.
Which is something Luke didn't do. I mean, I guess Luke did it, but he phoned it in.
He phoned it in. Absolutely.
Yeah, he force Skyped it in. Man, that hurts to say.
It does, doesn't it? It hurts me deeply.
Yeah, he told he phoned it in. Obi-Wan actually got on a ship and got out there and faced it.
Right.
Arguably broke him further, but...
Right.
Yeah, that's a tough one, though.
It is. It is. I mean, I feel
what
like
were some of the what were some of the EU Jedi that they threw out there?
I can't even recall. And to be perfectly honest with you, some of it was just hearing secondhand that there was a large number of different Jedi that people were, throwing into the mix.
No, come on, man. Revan was the best Jedi ever.
Right.
Wait, you mean Darth Revan?
Right. And it's...
I know he came back and everything, but whatever.
I gotta be honest, there is no Jedi from a novel that is going to compare to one in the cinematic universe. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just not how this is going to work.
Look, we're obviously missing the greatest Jedi of all time.
Yeah?
Yeah, they haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
Rey.
Of course. Well, I'm sure that Rey was in there. But again,
I mean, she had just natural talent.
Exists at a time when there is no order, no Jedi order. Right?
That was the first order, though.
There was the first order, yes, and she got rid of that. But
it's quickly followed by the last order, though.
Yes.
The final order.
Yeah. So I just feel like, again, that's a disqualifier.
What's a disqualifier?
The fact that there is no Jedi Order during her time that we're aware of yet. She might recreate one down the road when they do another movie, but as of right now, oh no, there's no Jedi Order for, to make her the greatest Jedi.
Oh, there's no Jedi Order anymore. Period. They are now the Skywalkers.
Right. Yes.
That's what I got out of that.
Yeah.
Like, the Jedi are gone.
Right.
The Skywalker is the new order.
Right.
You can't just this is my family now. What?
Yeah.
You didn't even like them.
Right.
So, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see when it comes out.
I like that Dave finally stirred it up, man.
I do too.
He's always been like, everybody loves what Dave has to say.
Thing is, I wish I had the capability. I will soon, but I wish I had the capability right now to play the clip because he just says it so nonchalantly. Like it's just in passing. Because he's talking about Ahsoka. Ahsoka, she's just the student of the greatest Jedi of all time, and then so you got to approach her from. It's like it was that.
The funny thing is you say that like that, like this is probably not even what he meant.
Exactly. I mean,
he probably meant to say the most influential or the most pivotal Jedi of all time, the Jedi who changed what it meant to be a Jedi.
Right.
The Jedi who changed what it meant to be Sith. The Jedi who changed the universe.
I guess you could look at it from all of those angles, right?
And then let's just throw this out there. Do you have to be good to be the greatest?
No. That's what I was just thinking of.
Is your impact make you the greatest over your good or bad?
Every major change that happened in the galaxy regarding the Jedi hinged upon Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker. When you think about it,
he should have used a different word. He shouldn't have said the greatest. She was the student of the ultimate Jedi.
The ultimate. Yeah.
But I mean, like, let's just take the good, bad. Like, does the greatest have to be the best thing that ever happened? I don't think so. He's the Jedi that had the greatest impact on the greater galaxy.
Yes.
The events that Anakin Skywalker set in motion changed the galaxy forever.
Yes.
Ultimately, setting into motion the series of events that would eradicate the Sith. And the Jedi.
Right.
True balance.
Yeah.
There is neither order controlling the galaxy. There isn't a big Jedi temple somewhere with loads of Jedi enforcing their will on the galaxy. Whether it's enforcing their will by just maintaining peace, is still, they're the decision makers here.
Yeah. I don't know if they enforce their will so much as they just like to stole kids, but
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way.
Right.
How can there be a greatest Jedi? They were a bunch of child snatchers.
Exactly. I think they asked first, but that's that is one part of the Jedi Order that's always kind of bugged me. It's like, hey, can we take your kid? What?
No, that one's too old.
Right.
Wow. Creepy, dude.
Creepy, exactly.
Yep, now we got to call into question the whole order.
Exactly. Horrible.
Yeah, where are we going here?
Yeah, exactly. I think we have one other story, don't we?
Wait, what's that?
I said, I think we have one other story, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I think we got at least one more. Oh. I'm going to butcher his name. Timothy Oliphant?
Ah, yes.
Oliphant?
Yes.
Oliphant?
Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
Ew. I'm sorry. He's getting undeserved ew from me because of Aftermath.
Yeah, that book. Yep. I knew exactly what you were ewing about when you did it.
Because it wasn't because of what happened in Book of Boba Fett. That's
right.
For sure.
Right. In the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, he was fine.
He was fine. I liked the character. Yeah.
Yeah. And like looking back on it, I don't know if I really dislike the character in Aftermath. Just dislike Aftermath.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It's probably kind of unfair.
That, as one of those little side shoot stories, was like, oh, well, okay, I get it, but why is that there?
I mean, I still don't understand what the story of Aftermath was.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, every time I thought I was getting it, it's like segue. Or what they call it? Interlude.
Interlude, yes.
What the hell?
Right. Yeah. It was just bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But anyway.
Anyway, this is no surprise, right? Because pretty much everybody who's asked this question, they all say the same thing. But, you know, he's no different. But, you know, bringing it up basically because, you know, I did like the character in the Book of Boba Fett. And, you know, here we are. Book of Boba Fett? Yeah, I think it was.
Yes.
So, he was asked if he was in the upcoming... Oh, this is something else that we should talk about. Anyway, he was asked if he was going to be in the upcoming Dave Filoni Star Wars film. And his response is, if I had been asked, I wouldn't tell you.
Oh, shit, he's in it.
Right.
Well, if anyone asked me, I would do it.
But...
Okay, Ewan, calm down.
He goes, honestly, I can tell you that I've been very, very lucky with those guys. Talking about Dave and John. I've only done 2 episodes, and to have only done those 2 episodes and feel like you're part of a world that they created, such a memorable character. I mean, you know, I'm getting...
Hey, hold on, pump the brakes real quick.
What?
He was only in 2 episodes?
That's what I thought the same thing. I was like, man, it seemed like more.
Wow, okay, so if he was only in 2 episodes, wow, good on him. Because
exactly. He
it
left
felt like he was there more, which I guess that speaks to what that character did in that show.
Right.
Because I actually felt like he was there more. And I guess I got to go back and watch that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Just to see, like, wow, he was only in 2. That's craziness to me.
Right.
And it was what? Probably the first and the last, because like in the last, he's getting put in the back to tank.
Exactly.
So that's crazy. You bookended that series and you had that impact. That's pretty cool.
Right. So, he just goes on saying, I mean, you know, I'm getting away with something here. I did 2 episodes and I've got like 4 toys out there. It's ridiculous. And I know it because all of a sudden there's people at the airport with toys. That's new. But it was...
How the hell they get those in the airport?
I don't know. It was a ball working on those things, and those guys know if they call me, I'd show up. I don't care if it's a big, giant thing or just to show up for an afternoon. It's a fun gig. So...
okay, so he's in.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Like, well, if they asked.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, look, Ewan tried that, and it worked for a while.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Lars Mikkelsen. He pulled this same gig.
Right.
So now, guess what, guy? We're at you. This ain't working no more.
Right.
You know, if they ask me, I'll do it. Shut up, you're in it.
Yeah. we have to assume that now.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at.
It's the way it always works.
Yeah. So.
But I am going to sidetrack us for a moment here.
That's all right.
I don't
You're in the
have,
right place for that kind of stuff.
I don't have any articles pulled up yet, but I have heard this from a couple different outlets. It's only because it says this here, right? If he was in the upcoming Dave Filoni Star Wars film, which we all know was going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I heard, I don't remember the source, but so this is complete rumor, complete whatever, you know, grain of salt, whatever. but I did hear it from a couple different places, that The Mandalorian Season 4 and possibly Ahsoka Season 2 could be combined into the Dave Filoni movie. So they're talking about streamlining the story, bringing it all together, the big event, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, we're going to throw rumors in the mix, and it's going to be available on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah?
There's all those rumors about Disney trying to offload all their streaming properties.
Oh, I see. I see.
And the big target was Apple.
I see. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened that way. But
oh no, me either.
The thing about this that kind of lends some credibility to it, I guess, is that, you know, Bob Iger being back has said that he wants to focus more on feature films than the streaming stuff moving forward a little bit here. So it's like, okay, you know, it's a possibility.
Yeah. So, I get what he's saying there, but he's still yet to address the elephant in the room. You got to get people to go see him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there is that.
I mean, it's all down, man. Marvel's down.
Right.
It's just Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Couldn't sell tickets.
Exactly.
It's Indiana Jones, man.
It's Indiana Jones. I think I got to be honest, I have not seen it yet, so I can't judge. But from what I'm hearing, you know, it's like lackluster storylines and things, you know, it's like, come on, you know, you gotta, I don't know.
Well,
let's not rest on our laurels. Let's
I just gotta question Lucasfilm and their marketing at this point. Because when do you remember seeing Indiana Jones trailers on TV?
I saw them a lot.
I mean, but when did you start seeing them?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
that's the thing. Like, I watch sporting events on the regular.
Sure.
Okay. And I did not start seeing Indiana Jones trailers until the week before release on the regular.
Okay.
Like, they're not promoting these things like they used to. And I don't know if it's just, you know, we got the streaming platform, we put the trailers on there, that's good enough, right?
So,
like, I just...
What you're getting at, the way it sounds to me, what you're getting at is that they need to build these tentpole films up to be the big event again.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, certainly not going to hurt.
I mean, it's not like it used to be.
Right.
And I don't know if they're trying to advertise this stuff in theaters, and that's where I'm missing it. Like, you're getting in the previews. But guess what? No one's going to the theaters right now.
Right.
You got to get people in the theaters. I mean, okay. Oppenheimer and Barbie.
I was just going to say it. Yep.
Okay. They're doing the best right now.
Yes.
These numbers are not spectacular by any stretch of the imagination.
True.
These are not billion-dollar movies.
Right.
When was the last billion-dollar movie?
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, was it
Bet you
Avatar?
it was The Rise of Skywalker.
Think so? Avatar didn't
I think
do it?
so. I should look.
Right.
I should look, but I bet you it is. Avatar. Avatar fell on its face.
Huh.
And Avatar was supposed to be the thing.
Right. Let's see. Oh my. I'm trying to see if I can do a quick search here, and it's not like giving me everything I need here. Let's see.
Oh, Maverick.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Dude. I'm blown away by this list.
Of what movies made $1 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it too. And it's like, huh. I had no idea that one did that.
Right. And this says Avatar the Sense of Water. What the hell is Avatar the Sense of Water? I thought it was
The Way of Water.
The Way of Water.
That's what I'm looking at.
Did it do $1 billion?
Well, it's on this list. This is the Rotten Tomatoes list of 52 movies that made $1 billion.
Yeah, that's what I had up.
Okay.
I find it hard to believe that movie made $2 billion. I don't know anyone that's seen it.
I know.
So
that's funny.
that's crazy to me. I know
Yeah.
a ton of people that have seen Maverick.
Yes.
So that one actually makes sense.
It does make sense, and I got to tell you that have you seen it?
No.
Okay. I got to
I heard
tell
it
you
was good.
it was very good. Man, it's what you want.
Oh, let me guess. It tapped into what you expect when you're watching Top Gun.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean,
You mean that works?
yeah, even after all these years.
They didn't decide to make Top Gun, and
It
like
worked.
it's like Top Gun, but there's no jets in it.
Right. Yeah. No jets. Yeah. And yeah. Oh. I don't know.
Did Rise of Skywalker not make $1 billion?
Oh, I thought it did.
Oh yeah, it did.
Okay.
1.074.
Right.
Barely. You got beat by The Last Jedi. That's not good.
Right. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just not pulling them in like they used to.
Right.
You know, you got what are literally the two most talked about films of this year, and neither one of them is on pace to make $1 billion.
Exactly. And, you know, it might just be the way of things now. You know, these companies, I mean, you have to, it is hard for me to wrap my head around what Disney's board has got to be thinking to try and keep creating growth at this point, because it is such a huge company, you know? So it's like,
well, not only that, but like it's a really horrible side effect of the pandemic, right? Like you had the pandemic and they said, look, you can't do this. And then while you weren't allowed to, you realized I don't really need to do that.
Right. I was just,
and wow, I saved a bunch of money by not doing that.
I think the pandemic accelerated what was happening. As
what was happening to cinema
didn't cause it from the get-go. You know what I mean?
No, it definitely didn't cause it. Right. We were talking about this long before the pandemic.
Right.
And what streaming was doing to feature films. But the pandemic definitely accelerated that.
Yeah, totally.
By making people stay home and not allowing them to go. They're like, well, I don't really miss it.
Right.
It's not the experience I guess I thought it was. Because
I don't miss it. And look at all this money I saved.
Right. Holy crap, I can get popcorn for less than $12.
Exactly.
Weird.
Yeah.
And I can buy this stuff that makes it taste better than the movie theater?
Some people would debate you on that too.
Oh, it does taste better in the movie theater. I'm sorry. And if you disagree with me, get yourself a popcorn machine and then make it happen.
Uh-huh.
Because it tastes just fine.
That's funny.
It's about the way it pops and the way it gets coated.
I am not the popcorn aficionado in my house. That'd be my wife. She's particular about her popcorn. So
you got a popcorn machine?
We had one, but we have different things. We have all kinds of different things that make popcorn. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think we all have different things to make. Like, I got this microwave thing.
Uh-huh.
It is like almost like a neoprene kind of material.
Okay.
It's really weird. You like throw the popcorn in this thing, put the lid on it, put it in the microwave. It pops popcorn.
Right.
Comes out just fine. Actually, better than bagged popcorn,
Right.
It's really strange contraption. But
okay.
And it's super simple. That's why it's so strange. But it makes perfectly good popcorn. Not like a popcorn machine.
Right. Yeah, we have all kinds of different ones. We have them that, we have the air poppers from years back. We have the kind that's supposed to look like the movie theater popper thingy, and the kind you put on the stovetop. We got the kind you put out on the campfire. We got, it's
right.
We got popcorn for all occasions.
So your wife's a popcorn aficionado?
Well, yeah.
Here's something to trigger your wife then.
Okay.
Just get yourself some Jiffy Pop. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to have her listen to this.
You're not going to be allowed to talk to me anymore, are you?
It might happen, Joe. I might have just done it.
Jiffy Pop. Get that guy out of your life.
Right.
All right. Do we have anything else here?
I'm thinking
we got the popcorn. That tells you how much Star Wars is going on.
I know. I'm thinking anything we had might save till next week because
yeah, I think I'm with you there.
I think we're about done. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have anything to add, you can always email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. That's the best way to get a hold of us. We're also on social media, @thewarsandmore on Twitter, or X, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah. Facebook.com/thewarsandmore. You can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewarsandmore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think we've about covered it. And
all right. Yeah. We'll talk next week.